of books, movies, and theater are all expected to have some background, some expertise in their area. What do food writers and restaurant reviewers need to know other than how to just chew and swallow the food? Open field it. You guys can point at each other. I'll take it first, I'll take it second. Bill, good luck.
Well, first you need to know something about food, which seems fairly obvious, but when you read a lot of people, it seems somewhat less than obvious. So you have to have some kind of food knowledge. I was lucky enough when I was in the Bay Area to have cooked in a couple of different restaurants. I was by no means a chef, but I was probably from Andrew's standpoint, probably a marginally competent line cook. But I seriously doubt I could move the business in any of the restaurants in this resort. So food knowledge is obviously one thing that's important, but the other thing that's also important is to be able to be at least a good enough writer to convey that food knowledge to people. It's been my experience in the business that there are a lot of people who know food and a lot of people who know how to write, not a lot of people who know food and know how to write. And so between the two of those things, if you can do that and you can eat like a pig and drink like a fish, you're there.
Ladies?
Well, I think that my qualifications is that I was born in Cuba, and Cubans are, not only are obsessed with food and think about it 24/7, they also write all of their songs about food, and talk about the way to a man's heart is no. The way to anybody's heart is through the kitchen. So, no, seriously, I've loved to cook for many years, and I think probably I'm relatively new to this, but what is very interesting to me about food writing is that it tells the stories of people and their people. It tells the stories of memories of people's their grandmothers and their grandmothers, and it's about what brings us together, not what divides us. And to me, that's what has attracted me to this particular area of coverage, and I'm just really loving it.
I'm asked this question a lot, and with all due respect, when we first were talking about should a food critic be a professional cook, and there were some that felt that they should have been restaurant chefs or line cooks or whatever. I bring to that question, do you want your Miami Dolphins writer to have thrown on NFL football? I mean, there it is in a nutshell when you're backing me up against that fence. I will say I am a great cook, and I think that's primary to what food reviewing should be about. When you know about food, that's one thing, but when you know how to cook it, it's something totally different. And you understand the blending of the flavors and all the techniques that go into making a dish. I think that's really important, whether it's at a restaurant or at home. I really want to see at least a food reviewer be able to cook something and can back it up with what he knows how to do better or worse. But I agree with both Liz and Bill. It's very much about a passion. It's about a passion for both writing and eating, loving food and conveying that, conveying the culture that surrounds food. Food isn't just one beat. It's about everything that goes into it. It's about the service, the hospitality, how we feel when we eat. That's the memories we have when we have a great meal, that sort of thing. It's not just about the food. MFK Fisher said that, and I couldn't say it any better.